Hello everyone and welcome back to Mad Exotics for Today in Reptile News. Now today is going to be a little bit different of an episode, mainly just because of the fact that we're only going to be featuring one kind of news article, and then we're going to go on to a little bit more personal news. But let's start the personal news off with pretty big innovation, pretty big. I know you can hardly see it through this stupid Apple logo, but let me turn this off. Look at that, I made a new logo. I'm actually pretty excited about that. That's actually pretty, that's innovative for me. That does not mean that the show's budget has gone up. It just meant that I had more free time on my hands than I usually do today. Before the show goes on any farther, I just thought it'd be nice to bring out my boy Dexter. He's kind of head shy. He's a het pied ball python, and he's got a really weird thing with his scales. All of his scales are just very smooth. Very different than any other ball python that I've ever come across. Probably just a weird kind of, I don't want to call it a mistake, but just kind of a weird anomaly probably. And although Dexter might not be a cutting edge morph, this news story that I'm about to talk about is pretty cutting edge. See that segue? It was a pretty nice segue, wasn't it? So basically what I'm going to be talking about today is actually a article that was published, you're lining up my hand, aren't you? That was published by the Smithsonian Magazine only on March the 4th. So this is actual news this time. It's not just me going on about something that happened months and months ago. They found, and this isn't like a wild expedition, you know, Alan Grant's out there in the field. This is more of a, they were kind of digging through their archives, and they actually discovered that they had a rather large collection of fossilized, and not really fossilized, more preserved lizards that have actually been preserved for years and years and years and years, and by years and years and years, I mean thousands of years, inside of tree sap, kind of petrified tree sap, like Jurassic Park. This is crazy. This is like all my dreams are coming true. There's amazing new kind of species of lizards being discovered, and also Jurassic Park. It's awesome. I'm so excited for it. Now this is a very exciting scientific study, not only because they basically discovered new species that they already knew about but didn't. It's kind of confusing. They just kind of forgot about them, kind of fell between the cracks, which in a large institution like the Smithsonian Institute, I mean, it's liable to happen at least once or twice. So don't put this on them. They're huge. This is also exciting because we have little to no idea what life was like back then for smaller creatures. The fossilized records are actually more biased to the larger creatures in certain types of habitats where fossilization was easily was something that was probably going to occur in the sediment and in the rock and stuff like that. I don't know much about that. I'm not going to pretend I know much about that. If you want to learn more about that, you can read up on fossilization and how fossilization works and why it only works in certain environments and all that other stuff on your own time, because I'm not going to try to educate you on that because I don't have enough information on that myself to tell anyone about it. But finally, we get to see a glimpse into what life was like way back when on the minuscule level, on the tiny level. I mean, they're pulling out tiny little chameleons and geckos out of this sap, and it's wonderful. It's great. I love it. For the first time ever, we're able to digitally dissect these animals and kind of give us clues as to what life was like. You know, what they are, what their species is, and all the rest of that. It's very cool stuff. Link is in the description to that article. I encourage you guys to read it because it's groundbreaking and very cool stuff that they're doing there. Now on to a couple of personal topics. As you know, this show, well, you probably don't know, but this show is actually free to do. I'm going to turn that off because that is distraction to look at. I'm just going to leave that logo up there. As you know, or as I'm just about to tell you, this show is free for me to do. I can do this in my free time, sit down, do it. However, feeding these guys and going to school is not free. So I've actually set up what you call a Patreon account, and that is not me begging for money. I'm not sitting here on my hands and knees begging you for money, because I can still feed these animals no problem. What I'm doing is asking for a little bit of help so I can up my show and maybe up my collection, maybe up the amount of food that I can, store in my freezer. Kind of just upgrades. All I'm asking for is just a little bit of cash so that I can get some upgrades. I'm not crying for help. I'm not over here, like I said, begging. This is just a little bit of, hey, if you appreciate what I do and you want to see me do even more cool stuff, it's something to consider. This is not, you do not have to pay to subscribe to me. You do not have to pay to watch my videos, and I do not want you to get that idea in your head. If you choose not to support me financially, that is A-okay in my books. This guy's going to support me by drawing some blood. I've just run into some tough financial times right now, and I'm still able to keep all of my animals. I'm still able to feed all my animals. My animals are not going to die of starvation or anything like that, and I'm not going to die of starvation, as you can probably tell because I'm really swollen today from a bunch of sugar I had yesterday. But I have fallen on some tough financial times. I've taken a very devastating financial loss in the past couple of months, and basically this is just me asking for a little bit of help. And of course, as always, the link is in the description for that as well, to my Patreon account. Link is also going to be in the description of my Facebook page. Go over there, give it a like. You can see what animals we have for sale right now, what animals we're going to have for sale in the future. And you can see a little bit more of my going-ons and a little bit more behind the scenes here at Mad Exotics. And you can even see more pictures of Dexter. Who doesn't want to see more pictures of this very shy ball python? He's incredibly shy. I love him, but he's very shy. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means so much to me that people actually tune into my videos every single day. This is insane. I love it. It's crazy. We're almost up to 10,000 channel views, and that's insane. I love that. That's actually insane. I can't even believe that 5 people tune into my channel, let alone almost 10,000 people have tuned into my channel. That's just insane. I love that. Thank you guys so much for making me kind of a part of almost your daily routine now, and that's just, I love it. Thank you guys so much once again, and thank you guys so much for watching. And for those of you who choose to donate at Patreon, thank you guys so much for that. You'll never understand what all of this means to me. Not the donating, not necessarily the subscribers, but just people viewing. It's just, it's wonderful. I love it. It's crazy. I never thought in 100 years I'd have that many people even stumble across my YouTube channel. It's wonderful. Thank you guys so much. So I want to thank you, Rob, for reminding me to film tonight. But yeah, I want to thank once again everyone for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow on Today in Reptile News.